This better be a joke, or I'm saying.
Don't fucking move! I'll kill him! I'll kill him! Help!
Reinforcements are converging on your position.
On your feet, mate.
Well, wait a minute. Are you dead sick?
Hope you're sharper than you look.
Jesus Christ!
Someone help me beat these dead sick pricks! Back up! I need back up! Whoa!
And today, they find themselves on the precipice of their first major expansion, Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet.
What is this?
It's a commercial for the game.
It's a commercial for you.
It's still going.
We realized very early on that if we were going to do this, we wanted to do it right and to be as authentic as possible, because, as you all know, nobody smells bullshit like this particular community.
Stop that bacon hammer!
All I do is win. Got him!
Go for it, PB!
Uh-huh. Princess Bubblegum gonna show you up.
Hey, I'm John. Good to be here. This is Bam Bam the dog. Thank you for having me. Thank you. It's a real honor to be here with you guys today. Thank you. I love you too. Right on. This is awesome. You know, I've had the chance to play some pretty strong, tough men over the years. I've played a deputy fighting zombies, special forces soldier who lost everything. And now I get to play Cole D. Walker. He's a skilled former special operations soldier with his own sense of responsibility and his own moral code.
These ghosts, they are the past. They still serve the machine that we left behind. And right now, for the future, the world needs us.
When chaos strikes, rally the specialists. Lead the elite squad.
Greatness, man. Born for greatness, man. Born for greatness, man.
Quarantine will test your tactical skills and survival instincts, holding you and your operators on the razor's edge.
Take him! I'll cover you!
He's going into stasis.
Contact! Head to the extraction point!
But training doesn't prepare you to hunt someone you used to call brother. He has left us no other choice. If we don't stop him, there will be nothing left to save.
Watch as it is to play. A game in which you, the player, can create your own story as you roll up to glory.
What a tackle!
the stories of the ancient gods and their misadventures have existed through generations of storytellers and audiences and have transformed into tales that we still know and love today.
Remaking Final Fantasy VII has allowed us to dive much deeper into the world and its characters than ever before. The game design was optimized for this title as well, and we anticipate 2 Blu-ray discs worth of gameplay content.
Of course, this being a remake, we're sure to see some familiar faces.
My turn.
Hold on to that hatred.
We describe Outriders as a dark, modern shooter built with traditional values. By that, I mean we are creating an experience with a strong story that you can enjoy with your friends or on your own.
You know that old saying, never meet your heroes? Well, I did. And it was awesome. The Avengers were everything I imagined.
Hello, San Francisco! To bring this incredible story to life, we've assembled an all-star cast. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Troy Baker, and I play Bruce Banner.
Hi, I'm Jeff Shine, and I play Captain America.
Hi, I'm Travis Willingham, and I play Thor.
Hi, I'm Laura Bailey, and I'm playing Black Widow.
Hi, I'm Nolan North, and I play Tony Stark.
Hello everyone, I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi from Nintendo. In this Nintendo Direct for E3 2019, we'll showcase a variety of games, many of them coming soon. But before we dig into the next game, there is someone I'd like to introduce first. Huh? What? What are you doing here?
Wait a minute. There's been a bit of a mix-up. You're not the right Bowser. Sorry, but I'm the right Bowser for this presentation.
Not this way.
No, this way.
Bye-bye.
Maybe next time.
Are you related?
No, but we get that a lot.
Well, let's get back to it. Please, take it away.
Hi everyone, I'm Doug Bowser from Nintendo of America, and I'm thrilled to join you for today's Nintendo Direct. This is our chance to show the world we have games for every type of player on Nintendo Switch. Whether you love action, RPGs, or you're just looking for something new, we've got you covered.
Okay, so let's get a look at one of those games by taking a tour of Luigi's Mansion 3.
Hello? Mario.
Luigi's invited to a gorgeous hotel with Mario, Peach, and the others. Oh, lucky him. Luigi's Mansion 3. This hotel is much more than meets the eye, for not long after Luigi arrives, things take a dark turn. We begin our tour by taking in some sights and sounds. You may never leave. You want to leave. The other guests certainly don't plan to move on. They're ghosts after all, and they're rather aggressive. Simply scare them with the strobe bulb, then suck them up. Luigi's new Poltergust G00 has the powerful suction capabilities required, and other new features as well. First, the slam. While trapping a ghost, slam it on the ground to inflict some damage. It helps to get other ghosts in on the action. Next, the suction shot. Fire the plunger to attach it to something, then pull the string and you can destroy furniture and more. It's effective against certain ghost types too. Sometimes ghosts may feel inclined to gang up on you. In such situations, a burst should do. The powerful air pressure released will blow away ghosts, and it's perfect for when you need a little air. We simply can't overlook the latest invention from Professor Egad, namely Gooigi. Change between Luigi and Gooigi to use both their skills. Gooigi can do everything from slipping through metal fences to walking on spikes. Indeed, there are obstacles too great for Luigi to handle on his own. And if you pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend, he makes for a great co-op partner. But proceed with caution. Gooigi and water definitely don't mix. Now please direct your attention to the Scare Scraper. Spooky? Sure. Yet it also houses up to 8 players for local or online co-op gameplay. Defeat all ghosts before time runs out. Seek and find our dear misplaced toads. And face any challenges the tower throws at you together. What a place to wake up in. A haunted hotel with floor after floor of oddities. Many traps and mischievous ghosts lurk within. What will befall our missing Mario and friends? And his dear brother Luigi? Their fate rests in your hands. Luigi's Mansion 3.
So that was Luigi's Mansion 3, the latest game in a series that I personally love. And we can look forward to seeing some of the new gameplay elements that await in this strange hotel as we dive deeper into this title on Nintendo Treehouse, live at E3 2019. We'll be streaming content, some you've never seen before, right from the show floor, including live gameplay of Super Mario Maker 2. And on day 3, our Treehouse staff will get their hands on some promising indie games that are new to Nintendo Switch. While you watch today's Nintendo Direct, keep an eye out for this icon to learn what other games will appear on Nintendo Treehouse live at E3 2019. You won't want to miss it. Or this. Have a look.
Ogre slept too long, far too long. Sing me your story. What has become of... Thra, no! What have they done? Avarice unchecked for an age. Evil takes root. Darkness spreads. But from this dark, light, brighter than the 3 suns, they spark to life. Heroes of Thra, strong and brave. Strength and bravery alone will not save Thra. No! Unlock your true potential. Unite as one! Only together can you defeat what is to come. Heroes of Thra. They're going to need all the help they can get.
action RPG Trials of Mana is getting a global release on Nintendo Switch. Set destiny in motion with the power of mana. Trials of Mana.
I'm looking for a woman with ashen hair. Seen her?
Witcher, I was hoping you'd come.
Let's all agree to meet back at the monastery exactly 5 years from today.
Like a class reunion?
You will come, won't you? Years ago, we fought here as classmates.
As big class reunions go, this one's gotta be the worst in history. What should we do, Teach?
Kill every last one of them!
Still, we have no choice but to eliminate those who cling to unreasonable ideas of justice.
Someone must put a stop to this cycle of the strong trampling the weak.
So the Fellstar consumes even the darkness itself.
Yet we have the strength to scale the walls between us, to reach out our hands in friendship so we can open our true hearts to one another. That's how we win!
My teacher.
Both sides of time are revealed to you. What shall you do? How lovely it would be for this moment to last forever.
Nintendo Switch is the only gaming console you can play not only on your TV at home, but anywhere you go. In fact, with a system like this, it might be fun to play Resident Evil at a location like this.
This is perfect, right?
No lights?
No lights. Hey, over there.
Okay, let's do this.
Resident Evil.
Can you open it?
Try. See what's through there.
Ah! Damn.
Did it just eat him? It's gonna come back. Okay. Did I get it? I got it. Oh, I knew it. Whoa.
Playing a Resident Evil game in a place like that might not be my way to play, but I bet you could find your way to play, don't you think? For now, please take a look.
Was today the 4th of July? If not, is the Empire striking back or what? Looks like things are gonna get weird today. Hey, she! Get some! As you can see, things got all funky real quick. There's probably some planet-eating type dude waiting for me up ahead. All yoked and powerful and trying to take over the world or something. But don't you worry. A hero descends. What? There are no heroes in this world? Oh, but there totally are. My name is Travis Touchdown. I'm the last hero around, here to save the world. I'm also just a passing assassin. Now let's do this. Start the game.
Welcome back, Travis, to the Garden of Madness.
This is Kaiser. He led an elite team of Contras during the war. Hungry Beast! HB is actually a cyborg. I love him so much. This is Miss Harakiri and her alien gut bucket. They survived by merging together during the alien wars. The gentleman, the sweetest bug you'll ever meet.
You soiled my armor!
Begin the mission.
It's your call, rookie.
The battle's already started?
If you get in our way, we will eliminate you.
A new awakening draws nigh.
Hello, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo. Earlier this month, we held a Pokemon Direct for the latest games in the series, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. The developers from Game Freak showcased the new Galar region, the location of your new adventure, and some new Pokemon you'll encounter there. It will be a while until these games launch, so please stay tuned. By the way, in these games, you can use certain functions of the Pokeball Plus accessory, allowing you to take a Pokemon from one of these games out for a stroll through the real world with you. You may not be able to use the device as a game controller, but if you spend some quality time with a favorite Pokemon of yours, then something good might happen. In the Nintendo booth at this year's E3, fans can play Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield for the first time anywhere in the world. In this gameplay demo, you can challenge one of the gyms in the Galar region, the one and only Water Gym, where the Water-type gym leader Nessa will be there waiting for you. If you're attending this year's show, I encourage you to experience a battle between Dynamax Pokemon, which is an advanced strategy from this region. Also, immediately after this Nintendo Direct, stay tuned for live gameplay of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield on Nintendo Treehouse Live. And now I'd like to shift gears. Please have a look at this.
I've been waiting for you. As you know, Earth is currently under extra-dimensional attack. Chimeras. Like the ones you've just seen for the first time. At this rate, all of humankind will be pulled into the Chimera's dimension. We're facing down the end of the world. Through blood, sweat, and years of research, we finally made it. The ultimate counter-chimeric weapon. By neurologically syncing captured chimeras with human operators, we established control and made powerful allies. I'm referring, of course, to the Legions.
I'll give you some parting advice. Your power, it's not the blessing you think it is.
When a Legionis and a Legion are perfectly synchronized, it's like they're two parts of one body.
No use! The override release isn't going through!
That's impossible!
And when half of that body is about to die, the Legion's survival instincts kick in to save it.
No way! There's no way! What good could this possibly be?
It's a long shot, but it's the only shot we have. It's all up to you, my friend.
A blessing from the Legion. Or maybe I should say, a curse.
We can't turn back now.
I've gotta know the whole truth. He's still alive out there. I know he is.
Death by our hands is not an honor they have earned. They deserve something
much worse.
Even with this stone at my command, this may not be a battle we can win.
Whatever's happening, we can beat it. Keep fighting!
Jump in anytime now, darlings.
They will pay for what they've done in blood.
All hope is fleeting in the face of Thanos.
So, what do you think so far? Now for some follow-up information on a game that fans have been waiting for. Please take a look.
Your attention, please. The Nook Inc. Getaway Package charter flight will soon be arriving at the deserted island.
Originally, we announced this title as a 2019 release. However, we need to change its release date to March 20th of 2020. To ensure that the game is the best it can be, we must ask you to wait a little longer than we thought. We hope you look forward to the latest installment of Animal Crossing. On Nintendo Treehouse Live, the game's producer, Mr. Nogami, and the director, Ms. Kyogoku, will come on for a live demonstration of some early moments in the game, so please stick around until it starts. By the way, there are many different types of games coming to Nintendo Switch from Nintendo and our partners. So, we've prepared a highlight reel to show you what's in store for 2019 and beyond. Let's have a look.
That obviously wasn't Duck Hunt Silhouette, was it? Please stay tuned for more information about DLC in the future. As for Nintendo Switch, we have more games in development beyond what we've shown you today. I'm looking forward to the day we can introduce them to you. Speaking of, before we end this Direct, I actually have one more thing to show you. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to E3 2019. I'm Doug Bowser from Nintendo of America, and he is Bill Trinan from Nintendo Treehouse. We're here at the Nintendo booth. We're going to spend a couple of minutes talking about what we just saw in that Nintendo Direct, and we're going to give you a sneak peek of the booth. So, Bill, I don't know about you, but I think there's a lot of folks out there that are pretty excited about what they just saw.
Well, Doug, I think it goes without question that I, myself, am a huge fan of the Legend of Zelda series. Like a lot of people, I put a lot of time into the Breath of the Wild. So, personally, I am incredibly excited that we're not getting new DLC. We are getting a full sequel, a brand new game in development for Nintendo Switch. Hopefully everyone out there is excited as well. So. Certainly, if you're a Zelda fan, there was a lot to like in this Nintendo Direct. A lot of other things as well. Lots of games for lots of players, from Dragon Quest XI-S to even things like Panzer Dragoon, the Dark Crystal, Astral Chain looking great. Was there anything in the Direct that stood out to you?
For me personally, I'm looking forward to Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm a huge fan of the series, and I look forward to being able to walk through the various levels of this spooky hotel with my sidekick, Gooigi. And the thing I'm actually really looking forward to is the new Poltergust and its updated capabilities, including the slam move. It's gonna be a lot of fun, killing ghosts with ghosts.
That's right, and it feels really good too.
Yeah, I have a feeling this game's gonna suck up a little bit of my time.
You just did that, didn't you?
That was a dad joke, sorry. You know, one other thing I'm really excited about is what we got on the floor here, and that is Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
That's right. I think this year is probably the most space we've ever dedicated in our booth to a Pokemon game. The booth looks fantastic. I think we're going to go ahead and give you a quick sneak peek of that. It's themed on the Water Gym, and what we've done is we have recreated the Gym Leader Battle Arenas. So everybody here at E3 is going to get a chance to play Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield in the environment of the Gym Leader Battle Arena, and I think that's going to be really great for them. But we have something special for everybody watching live. Our very first segment on Nintendo Treehouse Live this year at E3 is going to be Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, and we're going to give people a look at a much bigger part of that game. And I think that the team is almost ready, so I'm going to head over there in just a second, and we're going to get that kicked off.
Fantastic.
So
great.
Thank you, everybody, for watching, and stay tuned for some Treehouse Live coming up right away.
Great. Thanks, everyone, for viewing. Make sure you tune in next for Treehouse Live. And tune in for the next 3 days to Treehouse Live. We'll have discussions with developers about the games that they're building. We'll give you some sneak peeks at some first play. And we really look forward to giving you a chance to see everything that we have to offer at E3 this year. Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live 2019. My name is Teresa, and we're here to kick off to the first view of live gameplay of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. I'm here with our very, very special guests, Mr. Masuda, who is the game producer, Mr. Amori, who is the game director, and they're accompanied by David from the Pokemon Company. Thank you very much. They also have a little cameo appearances of Score Bunny, Gurki, and Sobble. They're super, super cute. And then I'm also accompanied by Terry and Bill, who just cartwheeled into our segment over here. All right, so to kick things off, there was a lot of announcements from the Pokemon Direct last week, and then there was some more information that came out this morning. Mr. Masuda, Mr. Amori, do you have anything to add to that information?
先日の任天堂ダイレクトもそうなんですけども、先ほどの任天堂ダイレクト、あと先日のポケモンダイレクトでいろいろ新情報が出たと思うんですけれども、なんか追加で話しいただけることありますでしょうか。
そうです。まず本作の大きな特徴の一つであるダイマックス、そして伝説のポケモンをご紹介することができたので、多くの皆さんがソードシールドの魅力をまず少し知ってもらえたかなと思ってます。
So we're really happy to finally be able to reveal one of the big features of the game called Dynamax, as well as the legendary Pokemon. And I think that's really getting a lot of the fans out there excited for the games.
Yeah, I'm actually really, really excited. I think we're going to get a sneak peek to that element. But Bill, do you have anything else to add?
That's right. I think today was anything you can share about what we're going to be showing on Treehouse Live for everybody watching at home?
本日のこのTreehouse Liveでどういったことを見せることになるんでしょうか。
そうですね。先ほどのダイレクトで水タイプのジムの挑戦というところと、あとジムリーダーのルリナーについて公開しました。で今回のTreehouse Liveではワイルドエリアとマックスレイドバトルについて実際にプレイして紹介したいなと思います。
So in the direct we just saw, we revealed the water type gym and the gym challenge and the gym leader Nessa. But in today's Treehouse Live, I want to demonstrate via actual live gameplay the wild area as well as some max raid battle gameplay.
That's right, and the wild area is something that's brand new for the Pokemon games. We have not had an area like this. Can you maybe give people just a little bit of information about what it is?
そうですね。今回ワイルドエリア、こういうなんていうんですか、エリアっていうのは多分ポケモンシリーズでも初めてのことだと思うんですけれども、もうちょっと詳しく教えてもらえますでしょうか。
そうですね。このワイルドエリアなんですけども、最も多くの種類のポケモンが生息してまして、天候によっても出現するポケモンが変わる今までのポケットモンスターシリーズでは存在しなかったような広大なエリアともなってます。
So this is really kind of the first time that we've had such a huge, wide open area in the Pokemon main series RPGs, and you'll, in the wild area, really find the widest variety of wild Pokemon out of any area in the games, and it also changes the Pokemon you can encounter depending on the weather conditions and where you go and the time of day.
あとその町と町をつないでいるので、冒険中にも何回もここに訪れることになります。あとちょっと見ていただいて分かる通り、カメラを自由に動かすことができるので、これによって落ちているアイテムであったり、空を飛んでいるポケモンを探すこともできます。
And the wild area, it spans across multiple towns, so your adventure will take you back to this the wild area multiple times. And as you can see on screen here, you can control the camera freely in this area to better find hidden items that are lying about, and also see the Pokemon that are flying above in the sky.
Well, yes, and it looks like we are seeing Pokemon out in the field here, correct?
そうですね。フィールドポケモンがちょっとうろうろしているような感じには見えるんですけれども。
そうですね。ああいったその生き生きと動いているそのシンボルエンカウントって呼んでいるポケモンとのエンカウントと、あと先ほどちょっと出ましたけど、ちょっとびっくりマークが出てくるのがあるんですけども、あれはまたシンボルポケモンではいない新しいポケモンが出るかもしれないというそのランダムのエンカウントのドキドキ感、どちらも遊べるようになってます。
So yeah, we have the Pokemon wandering about the field. We call them kind of symbol encounters, where you can see the Pokemon before you actually encounter it. But at the same time, you actually just saw an exclamation mark pop up in the tall grass there, and that kind of simplifies that it's a random encounter, so you don't know which Pokemon you're going to encounter. We wanted to have a mixture of both types of encounters in these games to also let players enjoy that excitement of not knowing what they're going to encounter.
Yeah, that's great. It looks like we've got a lot of different types of Pokemon that appear out here in the wild area as well.
そうですね、ワイルドエリアのこのフィールド上にこうたくさんいろんな種類のポケモンが出てるようには見えますね。
はいはい、そうですね。今ちょっとバトルでも見て分かる通り、今回は単性のバトルという風になってまして、今回の単性のバトルで、実際に戦ったり、ボールを投げたりして捕まえることができます。
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of Pokemon to encounter, and of course, as you can see here, the battle system, it's the traditional turn-based battle where you choose moves to defeat the wild Pokemon before you can catch it, or battle against it before you catch it.
ポケモンごとに、特性があったり、道具を持たせることもできますので、かなり奥深いバトルというのも体験できるようになってます。
And you'll find that their Pokemon abilities are back, as well as the ability to give them items to hold. So there's definitely a lot of depth to the battle system.
Yeah, certainly I think fans are going to look forward to the depth within that battle system, and they'll be able to enjoy that both within the game as well as in their one-on-one battles as well.
そうですね、そういう深いバトルシステム、多分楽しみにしてるファンもいると思うんですけど、こういう野生ポケモンとのバトルだけではなくて、他のプレイヤーとの通信対戦を通してもできるということですよね。
そうですね、通信で対戦したり、その奥深いバトル、そうですね、待っている方もいらっしゃると思うので、そういった方にはすごく満足いただけるようなバトルになっていますね。
Yeah, I definitely you can have link battles with other players, and of course I think there's a lot of fans out there that are looking forward to kind of this return of the really in-depth or the deep battle system that we have to really compete with each other.
あと、ですね、今雨降ってますけども、雨降ってるんでその水タイプのポケモンが出てます。で、場所によってはその天候が変わったりすることもあって、それで雪が降れば氷タイプが出たりっていう様々なポケモンが天候に合わせて出てきます、ね。
You can see it's actually raining right now where we're wandering about, and depending on the weather condition, the kind of certain types of Pokemon will appear more frequently. Right now, we'll see more water-type Pokemon, and maybe if it was snowing, you would see more ice-type Pokemon, for example.
毎日ワイルドエリアは天候が変わったりするので、行くたびに新しい出会いが待ってますんで、毎日ワイルドエリアに訪れてほしいなと思います。
And the climate's pretty dynamic, so if you come back a different day, the weather may be completely different. So we really think that players will have a lot of fun coming back multiple times and seeing the different Pokemon that appear depending on the weather conditions.
So we were talking about the different encounters, but it looks like Terry can also whistle.
なかなか空を飛んでいるポケモンとかが捕まえづらかったりするんですけど、口笛を吹くことで、こちらにおびき寄せたりとかですねして、いろんなポケモンと出会うことができるようになってます。
Yeah, the whistle is kind of key to encountering certain types of Pokemon. For example, if they're flying high above, you can't really encounter them very easily, so you have to attract their attention by whistling at them. But at the same time, like you said, they're kind of different Pokemon will react differently. Some might see you whistle and run away, for example, or others may be curious about you and approach you.
Terry's doing a great job of battling and capturing Pokemon here in the wild area.
Just got my Metapod.
Expanding the party.
That's right. So I think for today's Treehouse Live segment, we're going to explore this part of the wild area as we kind of head closer to one of the towns in the game. And that should give us a good sense of this one particular part of the wild area, but clearly there's a lot more to the wild area than even what we're showing here today.
今日お見せするのは、あくまでもこの近くの町に、近づく、この辺りだけをちょっと紹介するんですけども、もっともっと本当広くていろんな場所がワイルドエリアにあるということですよね。
そうですね、かなりポケモンシリーズにおいては広い場所となってまして、遠くに行けば実は強いポケモンとかも出たりしてですね、自分の気持ちに合わせて遠くに行ってみたりとか、近くでいろんなポケモンを捕まえたりとか、いろいろ冒険してもらえたらなと思います。
Yeah, this is just a small portion of the wild area. If you wanted to walk really far out there, there's lots of stuff to discover, and it's much wider. There's a lot available to discover. For example, much stronger Pokemon that you may want to go try and seek out.
あと先ほどちょっとしゃがみながら草むらを歩いてたりしたんですけども、ポケモンによっては、プレイヤーを見つけると逃げてしまうポケモンもいますので、しゃがみながら近づくと気づかれずにエンカウントすることもできます、ね。
Yeah, we were actually just, I think Terry was showing the crouching down motion where you can kind of get into the tall grass and quietly approach some of the more perhaps timid Pokemon. Otherwise, they might run away from you.
We had talked about how when the weather changes, that specific Pokemon like appear more often. So like right now it's hailing, so there's a different variety.
そうですね。今氷が降ってるので、まあちょっと違うタイプのポケモンがちらほらとまあちょっと見かけられますよね。
ここは今天候が雪に降っているので、氷タイプのポケモンが出るようになってます。
Yeah, since it's snowing right now, we might see a more ice type Pokemon appearing in the field.
And here we have Terry taunting Choke here.
挑発してるみたいな感じですね。
Always picking my fights.
Now, of course, you can access the wild area from very early in the game, but as we see here, there are some rather strong Pokemon out there.
結構序盤からワイルドエリアに行けるようになると思うんですけども、結構じゃあここではレベル高いポケモンも出現するということですね。
そうですね。ちょっと奥に行けばやっぱりレベルの高いポケモンが出て、今かなりこうレベルに差があるんで、これはちょっっと逃げた方がいいんじゃないですか。
Yeah, depending on where you go, there'll be some very high level Pokemon that you maybe can't take on, so you should probably run away from this one.
Oh no! Score buddy!
強いですからね。もう逃げれるかな。ああ、
got away.
Of course, one of the other things that we saw in one of the Nintendo Directs was that to kind of help you navigate the wild area, we saw the return of the bicycle.
そうですね。まあ先ほども見たんですけれども、自転車が今回復活するということで、多分喜ばれるファンもいるんじゃないでしょうか。
そうですね。やっぱり自転車はファンも結構多くいたりするんで、今回こう自転車に乗ってこの広大なエリアを冒険することができます。
Yeah, I think there are a lot of fans looking forward to the return of the bike, and it definitely helps you get around this wide area.
で、先ほどちょっとこうリエをダッシュでこう。いきなりこう加速することもできたり、あとは今水上にそのまま乗れたと思うんですけど、スムーズにこう水上にも入れるんで、こういう広大なエリアをこうなんでしょうね、自由に冒険することができるようになってます。
Yeah, it really helps you get around the wild area very quickly. You can even hold down the B button to kind of get a little dash move going, so you can get some extra speed. And as you saw, you can just kind of seamlessly transition to going above, on the lake there, kind of just riding over the water. So it definitely helps you get around.
This is definitely a bike I wish I had when I was younger.
子供の時にこういう自転車があればよかったな。
そうですね。ダッシュできたらすごいスピードで走れますから。
Yeah, definitely get you around quickly.
And then of course we also see that there's certain secrets out in the wild area for players to find.
なんかちょっとなんていうんですか、隠れ的なものもちょっと調べられてる
ですね。このワイルドエリアはいろいろそのキラキラと光ってるアイテムが落ちていたりするので、毎日訪れるとまた新しいアイテムを見つけることができます。
Yeah, every time you come back, you'll find like kind of hidden items in different spots in the wild area, so it's a lot of fun to walk around and discover them.
And of course, activities to enjoy like fishing.
あと釣りも今ちょっとポケモンちょっと釣って。
そうですね。釣りもワイルドエリアではいろんなことができるんですけど、釣りもその一つですね。
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to do in the wild area, and as you mentioned, fishing is one of them.
いろんなポケモンに出会えるんで、もう釣ったりいろんなポケモンに出会ったりしてほしいなと思います。
A lot of different ways to encounter the variety of Pokemon in the area.
Now, one other thing that we've noticed here on the left side is that we're seeing some icons pop up on the left side of the screen.
なんか画面左の方にちょっといろんなアイコンが出てるんですけれども、何でしょうか。
そうですね。Y と書かれているものと、その上にいろんなアイコンがステッカーがあるんですけども、これはYY 通信といって、今回のソードシールドでいろんな通信を遊べるような仕組みがこの YY 通信になってます。
So this is part of the new kind of communication functionality we're calling that's through this device called the Y-Com in the games, and you can actually have these what we're calling stamps appear to kind of show what other players are up to.
今実はこれ近くで増田さんがそのまま遊んでいるんですけども、その交換をしたいっていうアイコンがここに出てます。
So this is actually Masuda-san playing right next to us. He's playing the Gloria character there, but this stamp is signifying that he wants to trade with us.
ここで通信交換とか対戦とかを自由に呼びかけたりして、例えばマックスレイドバトルもここで呼びかけることができます。
So you can use these stamps to kind of invite people to battle, trade, or even try and get other players to join you in a max raid battle.
Gloria. これ増田さんです。
This is actually Masuda-san. He's playing Gloria right now.
でワイルドエリアはいろいろなプレイヤーが違う目的を持って遊んでたりするんですけども、そういったプレイヤーが出会う場所でもありますね。
So there's a lot of different reasons that players will come back to the wild area, but you can kind of encounter them, other players, if you're connected in the wild area and see them in your game.
ローカル通信であれば、近くで遊んでいるプレイヤーがそのまま表示されますし、インターネット通信をすれば世界中のプレイヤーがこのワイルドエリアで一緒に遊ぶことができます。
And this works either via local wireless with other players that are nearby playing at the same time. You can also connect with, to the internet to kind of play with other players from around the world.
That's right. And it looks like now Terry has gotten to the town that we were heading towards.
Right, but there's some lights in the background, these red pillar of lights. Could you guys explain what these are?
ちょっと目的地の街に今到着したんですけども、ちょっと遠くに赤い光の柱みたいなものがあるんですけども、それって何でしょうか？
そうですね。あれはですね、ポケモンの巣でして、で中に非常に強力な、ダイマックスポケモンがいます。そのパワー、エネルギーが赤い光で出ていますね。
So those are actually what are called Pokemon dens, and there's a red light emitting from them when there is a Dynamax Pokemon inside. So the red light kind of represents the energy of the Dynamax phenomenon.
光のところに行くとマックスレイドバトルをチャレンジすることができます。
And what that means for the player is that you can go there and encounter that Dynamax Pokemon in a max raid battle.
Well, perhaps we should show what the max raid battle is like.
そうですね。じゃあ早速じゃあマックスレイドバトルも
そうですね。
ちょっとやってみたいと思います。
はい。
All right. So as we're prepping up to do said max raid battle, Mr. Omori, Mr. Masuda, could you explain a little bit more to the people watching at home about what the Dynamax feature is?
ちょっとダイナマックスについてもう少し詳しく教えてもらっていいですか？
そうですね。これまでですね、メガ進化とか Z 技っていう要素があったんですけども、今作ポケモンがパワーアップする新要素として入ったのがこのダイマックスです。
So Dynamax is actually a new way to power up your Pokemon in these games. It replaces what we've seen previously, for example, Mega Evolution and Z moves.
これそうですね。そうですね。ダイマックスレイドバトルなんですけれども、好きなポケモンを1匹選んで戦うことができます。で、今回はボックスからも1匹選べるので、そこから1匹選んでルカリをちょっと選んで戦ってみようと思います。
And each player participating in the battle can choose one Pokemon from either their party or from the box. So it's important to choose one of your stronger Pokemon since you before you go into the max raid battle.
でも今回1匹なんで途中で交換はできないのでこの1匹大切に戦ってください。
And you only get to choose one, and you can't change during the battle, so you've got to make sure it's a good choice.
So strategy and communication is incredibly key here.
ということはもうプレイヤー同士のコミュニケーションというのは非常に大切になってくるんですよね。
4人で戦うのでその役割分担と連携がすごい大事になってます。
Yeah, cooperation between the players and also really determining the roles is going to be very important to defeating the opponent.
例えば、タイプ相性の強い、良い技を持っているポケモンが中心となって攻撃してで戦況に合わせて補助技とか、回復技で味方をサポートするっていうのがすごい大事だと思います。
So yeah, once you get into the battle, identifying maybe which of the 4 Pokemon will have the best type advantage to be the main attacker, and also like who can be the best kind of supporter or the Pokemon that will use healing moves to support the team.
Yes, I'm playing as Togekiss, so for my first move, I've used Reflect to try to protect all of us a bit.
そうですね。僕はトゲキスを使ってるんですけれども、今リフレクターを出してちょっとチームを守ろうとしてます。
はい。Thank you。こうするとみんなが守備力が上がるんで、これによって攻撃が強かったとしても防げることができます。
That'll definitely help protect against some of these powerful attacks.
Alright, so I guess we should do roll call. I'm playing Ludicolo, so I'm actually just got hit. And as we can see here, Steelix is doing multiple attacks. Is that fair?
ちょっと今ハガネールが連続で技をいろいろ出してきたんですけれども、それって結構不公平ですよね。
そうですね。ダイワックスをしているポケモンは状況に合わせてやっぱり2回攻撃してきたりとかですね。しますので、油断しないように戦ってほしいなと思います。
So yeah, when you're going up against a Dynamax Pokemon, sometimes they will take multiple moves, and so you really kind of can't let your guard down.
ジムトムでウィンディ使ってるけどちょっとでかくなっていいですか？
So I'm actually the Tom character here playing Arcanine. Is it okay if I use Dynamax?
Absolutely.
I think we need all the help we can get.
Yes.
ぜひお願いします。
ダイマックスなんですけども、各ターン、プレイヤーは1回しか できないんですね。でプレイヤー側が順番にダイマックス権利が回ってきます。でバトル中にどのプレイヤーか、1人しか、1回しかダイマックスできないので、このダイマックスタイミングも非常に重要となっています。
The ability to use Dynamax, it actually rotates between the players each turn, but your team can only use Dynamax once throughout the entire battle, so it's important to kind of identify what the exact right timing is to be able to exploit its power.
So yeah, obviously a lot of strategy goes into these Dynamax raid battles.
結構じゃあ戦略性の高いバトルなので、
そうですね。でダイマックス技を使うと、その効果によって例えば今、炎の技を出したんで日照りになりましたね。
Yeah, and you can see that there are, once you Dynamax, the Pokemon's moves will all turn into max moves, which are much more powerful, and they also have these added effects, like you saw the drought was just triggered based off Arcanine's attack.
Yeah, and they look really cool too.
あと見た目もすごいかっこいいですね。
迫力がすごいありますね。
Yeah, definitely. I think it's very impressive.
And as we can see, Steelix just put up a barrier around him.
今ちょっとなんかバリアを張ったみたいな感じになってるんですけど、
今日照りになったのでソーラービームが一旦で出せましたね。でこれもまた、連携のすごいいい連携だと思いますね。
そうですね。バリアの方は
そうですね。でバリアなんですけども、今不思議なバリアというものがダイマックスに貼られてまして、で今ヒットポイントがこう減ってくると、そういうバリアが登場します。
So yeah, with the barrier, what happens is once its HP is reduced, it'll put up this kind of barrier that you have to take down before it will actually start taking lots of damage again.
でこの今ゲージが5つあるんですけど、ダメージを与えるごとに1つのゲージが減ってきます。で攻撃力が低いポケモンでも高いポケモンでも1ゲージずつ減っていくので、この時はもうどんなポケモンでも攻撃してこのバリアを壊していった方がいいですね。
But you can see that there's a couple of different parts to the gauge, and each time you hit it with a damaging attack, at least one of those will be reduced. So even if your Pokemon isn't particularly powerful in the attack department, it can still reduce the gauge by just using a damaging attack.
ダイマックス技だと2ゲージ減らすことができますね。
Well, yes, as you can see, my Togekiss used Dazzling Gleam, which is not particularly effective, but was still good enough to break that barrier down.
そうですね。今そんなに威力の高い技を使わなかったんですけども、それでもゲージが減ったということです。
そうですね。で攻撃力がないポケモンでもこういった場では活躍することができます。
So it's a good opportunity for even the weaker Pokemon to participate and really contribute to the fight. And Dynamax moves, if you use it against it, it'll actually take down 2 gauges, two slots of the gauge.
ゲージを壊したんであとはもう本当に倒すだけですね。
So yeah, you guys have broken down the barrier, so now you just need to defeat the Pokemon.
We're very close, but one thing that we haven't talked about is that storm that's kind of lurking around Steelix. Could you talk a little bit about
上のなん
that?
かちょっと怪しい雲っていうかその荒い天候っていうのは何でしょうか。
あれはもうダイマックスしたポケモンのエネルギーがこう頭上でこう現れている状態で。
That's really the kind of the energy of the Dynamax phenomenon, just kind of brewing above their head.
もうちょっとで倒せますね。
Looks like you're probably going to be able to defeat this one without too much trouble.
この指攻撃を集中させたりすることもできます。
Togekiss the center of attention.
これで
Trying to be the tank.
There it is.
マサさん倒しましたね。
Nicely
倒し
done.
ましたね。
And we didn't have a single Pokemon faint. That was actually pretty good.
今回1匹も気絶してないので良かったです。
はい。
So now all of us have a chance to actually catch this Steelix. So by catching it, can we add them to our party?
これで勝利して、捕まえるチャンスがあるんですけれども、捕まえたら、手持ちのポケモンとして加えることができるということでしょうか。
そうですね。なんでこのポケモンを倒すとゲットするチャンスが生まれます。で捕まえるとポケモンをそのまま手持ちにすることができたり、結構実はいいアイテムも手に入ることもできます。
捕まえた。
So yeah, you can actually, every player who participates in the battle are able to get a chance to catch it. But even if you don't catch the Pokemon, there's still a variety of rewards for the players that participate to get items and such that will help be beneficial in their adventure.
なんでもう世界中の友達とか、プレイヤーとか友達とぜひ遊んでほしいなと思います。
So it's definitely something that I hope players will be excited to play along with their friends, but also other players from around the world.
Yes, my daughter has really gotten into Pokemon with Pokemon Let's Go, so I'm very excited to be able to do raid battles with her in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
そうですね、レッツゴーピカチュウ、レッツゴーイーブイで娘がすごいポケモン好きになったので、結構こう一緒にマックスレイドバトルができることを楽しみにしております。
そうですね。
So I think Masuda-san, I think there was another topic that you wanted to touch on.
実機プレイは多分以上になると思うんですけども、増田さんからお話ししたいことがあるっていうのは聞いたんですけども、はい、
そうですね。ちょっと皆さんにお伝えしたいことがあります。ポケモンホームはポケットモンスターシリーズとポケモン GO のポケモンたちを集めることが新しいサービスで、もちろんこのソードシールドとも連動します。
Yeah, there's one thing I'd like to talk about, and it's about the Pokemon Home service that we recently announced. So it will connect with the Pokemon RPGs as well as Pokemon Go to allow players to really gather all of their Pokemon in a single location. And of course, it will also work with the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield games.
ただしここでこれまでポケモンバンクのサービスをご利用していただいているファンの皆さんにちゃんとお伝えしたいなと思っていることがあります。
But there is one important change from the previous Pokemon Bank service that I want to tell all of its users about.
これまでのポケットモンスターシリーズは例えばサンムーンではアローラ図鑑に含まれていないポケモンも、全種類をポケモンバンクから連れてくることができました。
So in previous games that worked with the Pokemon Bank service, you were able to, for example, in Sun and Moon, bring over any Pokemon even if they weren't in the Alola Pokedex.
でハードが任天堂スイッチになって、ポケモン1匹ずつに対しての表現自体も非常に豊かになりました。
But with the transition to the Nintendo Switch hardware, with its it being much more powerful, allowing us to be much more expressive with each of the individual Pokemon.
でもう一つポケモンはもう今では図鑑番号でいうとやっぱり800を超えてます。
And now we're well over 800 Pokemon species in the games.
でその中で1匹ずつ大切にクオリティを上げてバトルバランスも取って、限られた開発期間の中で最新作をお届けするためにどうするかっていうのは長い間議論を重ねてきました。
And at Game Freak, we really spent a lot of time thinking about what the best way to move forward was, really preserving the quality of all the different Pokemon, while also taking into account the battle balance, having so many different Pokemon available, all within a limited development time, so we don't keep fans waiting too long for every new entry in the series.
その結果今作から対応方針を変えることにしました。
And after a lot of discussion, we decided to come to kind of a new direction.
つまりですねポケモンホームとソードシールドの間を行き来できるポケモンをガラル図鑑に登場するポケモンに絞ることにしました。
And so what that means for Pokemon Sword and Shield is that players will be able to transfer their Pokemon from Pokemon Home only if they appear in the Galar region Pokedex.
図鑑の舞台に合わせて冒険の舞台に合わせてこだわって登場するポケモンを決めています。
So we were very careful. We spent a lot of time really thinking what the best selection of Pokemon to match the setting of the adventure would be.
さらに詳しい話は今後の取材とかインタビューでちゃんと説明していきたいと思います。
So I'll talk more about the details in future opportunities such as media interviews, but I wanted to let you know today.
ただポケモンバンクをご利用してくださっているファンの皆さんには少しでも早くお伝えしたいなと思って本日お伝えさせていただきました。
I know there are a lot of users of the Pokemon Bank service who are looking forward to Pokemon Home, so I wanted to let them know what the change would be well in advance.
But of course, as somebody who's been hunting for a lot of shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Let's Go, any of those Pokemon that do appear in Pokemon Sword and Shield, I'll still be able to transfer from Pokemon Let's Go into Pokemon Sword and Shield through Pokemon Home, correct?
レッツゴーピカチュウ、レッツゴーイーブイでたくさん色違いのポケモンを探して捕まえているんですけれども、それらのポケモンがガラル図鑑に登場するのであれば、ホームから、転送するっていうのができるんですね。
そうですね。ホームを経由して連れてくることができます。
That's right. Yeah, as long as they're in the Galar region Pokedex, you can transfer them from home.
That's great. Well,
そうですね。もちろんですね、今作のソードシールドガラル地方でもまだ見ぬ新ポケモンを含めてかなりのポケモンが出てきますし、ポケモンのボリューム、ゲームのボリュームとしてもかなりの、満足いただけるようになっていますね。
Yeah, in the Galar region, you're going to find a lot of Pokemon, including a bunch of Pokemon that no one has discovered yet. So the games are definitely chock full of content.
ガラル図鑑を完成させるのも非常に大変だと思うんですけども、皆さん頑張って集めてほしいなと思います。
And it will be no small feat to complete the Galar region Pokedex, but I do hope that players will give their best to try and catch them all in the region.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to see how the story unfolds and to explore both the region and the wild area. But is there anything else that you want to add before we say goodbye and move on?
僕も非常に今回のゲームのストーリーとかワイルドエリアでの探索っていうのを楽しみにしてるんですけれども、ちょっと最後にお二人から視聴者に向けての何かお言葉ありますでしょうか。
そうですね、先ほどマックスレードバトルを4人でやりましたけども、やっぱりやっていてなんか楽しいんですよね。ちょっとなんですかね、今までのポケモンの中ではなかった新しいシステムになってますんで、やっぱりこう4人でワイワイ楽しく友達と一緒に遊べるっていう仕組みはすごい皆さんにぜひ体験してもらいたいなと思ってます。
Yeah, for me, it definitely is the max raid battles we just showed off. Playing together with your friends in this kind of cooperative battle feature that we've never had in the Pokemon series before is really just a lot of fun. I hope fans of the series will look forward to being able to try that for the first time.
そうですね、ワイルドエリアでいろんなプレイヤーと一緒にこう冒険したりするのってすごいやっぱり楽しくてですね、ローカル通信で友達と一緒に遊んだり、インターネット通信を使って世界中のプレイヤーと出会って、そこで対戦や交換を楽しんでもらえたらなと思います。
And even other than the max raid battles, we of course have all the traditional, multiplayer features where you can trade and battle with other players, either nearby with the local wireless or to connect with other trainers from around the world using the connecting via the internet.
Great. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you all for watching. What we're going to do is, as we get ready for our next segment here on Nintendo Treehouse Live, we are going to go down to our Luigi's Mansion booth and give you all a sneak peek at what people are going to experience here on the show floor. It's a very, very special booth. So take a quick look at that, and then we will come back in just a few minutes for our very next segment, which I think a lot of people will be looking forward to very much. Thank you very much.
Hey guys, I'm Morgan here with Audrey, and we're
in a haunted hotel.
Yeah.
Everyone stay calm.
Bill said Luigi's Mansion booth, but this is not. We're in the booth, but this is like a fully built out haunted mansion, which is sort of where the game Luigi's Mansion 3 takes place.
Yeah, I think it might actually be haunted, but let's find out and take a look at this.
Yeah, so
really
we just
cool
wanted
booth.
you guys at home to get a look at this. This is where we've got some players in here now, but this is when the booth opens soon. Fans are going to get in here to play the game, but also be surrounded by this really cool ambiance.
Yeah, we've got a spooky fish cauldron, skulls, jack-o'-lanterns, the whole...
Yeah, standard issue cauldron full of green goo and fish.
Absolutely, there are ghosts showing up all over the walls, so be careful, watch your step.
Yeah. And we can see up above, we've got a lot of atmospheric stuff happening.
All of our Mario friends have been X'd out. That's just not nice. It's a little foreboding.
Not sure if you guys are be able to hear the music at home, but there's a lot of sort of just sound effects happening. Weird, I don't even know. The kind of sounds you hear in a horror movie.
It's intensely ooky, it's true. And every
I just saw a crow fly through the air.
Oh, yes. And then every now and then you'll hear Luigi go, Mario. Just step back here. And of course, you wouldn't have a haunted hotel without a bellman.
Yep. And there's a little there's a shape back up here. Something hanging from the wall.
We better investigate, because that's what you do in horror-themed areas. Oh, it's fine. Morgan, why did you get scared like that?
I don't know. I don't know how that happened.
That's just creepy.
There's just things in here that things just happen.
It's fine.
So,
it's a little reception desk, because we're at a hotel again. So, but nobody's here, Morgan. That's kind of strange.
Get a little closer.
Well, it's an abandoned lobby here in this haunted hotel. Nobody needs to worry about any of that.
Another spider come down the wall over there.
Yeah, I've got more bellmen. We've got tons of creepy fog and ghosts all over the place.
You can see over here we've got all the gameplay happening. We've got... Oh! The ghost just flew by.
There's a ghost. Keep your eye out. They're all over the place. Yeah, and this really, really captures the atmosphere of Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah.
Only maybe it's a little scarier because you're actually inside of it.
Yeah, I think so. I'm excited to see this place once people get in, because again, we're inside the convention center. It is so, there's so many like blackout curtains or whatever that I do not feel like I'm inside. I feel like I'm in somewhere else completely.
Absolutely.
It's really,
if you're
really
here,
cool.
we encourage you to come and check this out. If not, we're gonna brave this haunted hotel for you.
I just saw 2 more ghosts run by.
Of course you did.
Somehow in midair above us.
That's right. People are going to be able to check out the game here. And, of course, later on Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3, we're going to get some live gameplay footage of this game as well. So please look forward to that.
Let's head back over here toward these, some of these.
Yeah, beware of ghosts again. I love those sound effects that you hear piping in all over the place. We've got coins. We've got ghoulish laughs.
Yeah, we've got some fog. There's some fog coming in, too, from, like, I don't know where it's coming from.
We don't know where it's coming from, guys.
So let's go back over to these shapes over here. We didn't quite get a good look at all of them. There's a standard issue skull on a I don't know what, a platter. This is like a giant, it looks like a stein of green
Why don't you have a
goo.
sip, Morgan?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's delicious.
Your legs are also glowing. There's some sort of lighting effects in here.
This is completely normal. Oh, and there are more ghosts. Everywhere you look, a different ghost is popping up. It's really, really cool.
I think like this is one of those booth experience. People that come to the Nintendo booth, if they come in here, they're not going to forget it. It's
oh no,
really, really cool.
It really is immersive. You just lose yourself in the game. You're in the game world right now. We got some cool chandelier action over there.
I haven't seen Luigi yet. I feel like
Not
he could
yet.
just slide through the wall at any moment. But
that would actually be pretty terrifying.
I know.
Oh, and that song, that music.
Yeah,
you've got to love that music.
Ooh, all right, well, we're going to see gameplay of this later, but right now we want to take it back to the stage for the first live gameplay of something else completely, something much happier than this. Animal Crossing, New Horizons. Don't go anywhere.
See ya.
Bye.
すいません。はい、治りました。
Welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 2019. And what we've got coming up here is something that I think a lot of folks are highly anticipating.
Yes.
This is the world premiere of live gameplay for the newest title in the Animal Crossing series, Animal Crossing New Horizons. We're going to be going into further depth in some of the stuff that we saw on the Nintendo Direct, but also showing off some brand new stuff. So before we get too much further, I'm Sam. I'm here with Sam from Treehouse also, but we also have Kyogoku-san and Nogami-san from the development team to give us some development insight. Thank you so much for being here. And Noriko also will be translating.
So just to kick us off here, I think fans of the Animal Crossing series who watch the Direct right off the bat notice that this time you're sending them to a deserted island, which is quite different from the games that we've previously had in the Animal Crossing series. Can you tell us a little bit about why you chose a deserted island as the setting this time?
そうですね、今回無人島という舞台にしようと思ったのは大きくは2つあります。一つは今まで動物の森シリーズっていうのはどこかの村に引っ越していって一人暮らしをしてその村の中で暮らしを楽しむっていう遊びだったんですけど、今回スイッチで新しい動物の森を体験していただくにあたって何かその流れで全く新しい体験ができないかと思いました。
So one of the reasons that we thought about having the player live on a deserted island, there's actually two main reasons. And one of the reasons being that previously in the legacy titles, we had the player come to a pre-existing village and then have them start a life there and from scratch. But we thought maybe we can give the players a new experience.
もう一つは、そうやって無人島という何もないところを一から作り上げていくっていうところで今までだったらもう最初から村として存在していたために選択肢としてなかったその新しい選択の自由っていうところでも新しい体験をしていただけるんじゃないかと思いました。
And then another thing that we thought was by giving the players a choice, a freedom to build something there, something that they may have not been able to in previous titles, that we were able to give them that opportunity to build everything from scratch. We thought that would be a great experience.
Awesome. And I know folks have been waiting a long time to get a chance to look at this title. So why don't we hop right into the game and give folks a look?
じゃあちょっと今日は見ていただきたいと思います。
So I'm going to start off.
So I think one of the things that to continue on what Kyogoku-san was talking about expanding the freedom, Animal Crossing has always been a series about freedom. You could choose to spend your time however you want, fishing, collecting bugs, pulling weeds, but I think we're going to see here is how much that has been expanded.
And I love everything about their outfits. They're ready for island life. Tom Nook and Timmy and Tommy look so ready to go.
And they're talking about E3. The line between the real life and Animal Crossing life is blurring even further.
They know we're watching.
今回たぬきちたちはたぬき開発という新しい事業をしていまして、でその無人島パッケージプランに参加している形になります。でママ吉つぶ吉もそのたぬきちを手伝って一緒に働いています。
So Tom Nook and Co. This time around, they have a development company called Nook Inc. And then the player is set to be relocating to the island through Nook Inc.'s Deserted Island Getaway Package. And then Timmy and Tommy also have a store in there too.
It's definitely a bold new business plan. I like it. Even when they're in a beautiful tropical setting, they're thinking about the business. And before we kick off exploring too much, can we talk a little bit about what we're seeing right here?
はい、これ最初この島に移住してまだテントを張って、ここをベースに暮らしを始めたばかりの状態になります。ちょっと中も入ってみたいと思います。
So this is where your island life starts. This is the tent that you'll get, and then we decided to pitch it on the beach.
このようにちょっとまだ始めたばかりなので、讃吉に最初に支給してもらった簡単な家具しかない状態です。
So this is how it looks inside the tent, and then we only have bare minimums that Tom Nook gave us at the moment.
I think that's key. He really did only provide you with the bare minimum here.
ちなみに今回このようにハッピーホームデザイナーでもそうだったんですけど、家具を今までの半分の単位で動かせるようになっています。
And this time around, just like Happy Home Designer was, you're able to move the furniture in half units around the buildings.
で今までより自由な部屋作りを楽しんでいただけると思います。
And then so I think this will allow you to have more versatility in home decoration.
And worth mentioning here, so we're not at the very beginning of the game. It's early, but when you start, there's not even a tent there.
ちなみに家具なんですけど、動画で見ていただいた方お気づきだとは思うんですけど、今回このように全ての家具をフィールドに置くこともできます。
And as for the furniture, I think many of you have noticed in the video, but you can also place them outside on the field.
でフィールドで草原もなんですけど、テントも含めてそのビーチ、今ニューリーフの時は浜辺には公共事業をしたり家を建てたりできなかったんですけど、今回浜辺も使ってより自由にカスタムができるようになっています。
And then not just the furniture, but also the tent itself. You're able to place them on the beach. This was something that you couldn't do in New Leaf, but we're able to do that.
で今回動画でお見せしたDIY の要素と、今お見せしたそのフィールドに家具を置けるという要素ですね。この2つをメインにご紹介して、今このフィールドまだ無人島で何もないんですけど、ちょっとした家具を作っておいて、で今回ツリーハウスライブの記念に写真撮影をするということをやってみたいと思います。
So there are two main elements that I want to show you. One, both of them are something that you saw in the video. One of them is the DIY recipes, and then the other one is being able to put furniture outside. So since we're here at E3 at Treehouse Live, I think I want to make that as a goal and then start doing that right now.
Sounds great.
今これはたぬきちから最初に支給されたスマホなんですけど、その中にDIY の自分が作れるレシピのアプリがあります。この中から作るものをちょっと決めたいと思います。
So this is a smartphone called Nook Phone that I got from Tom Nook. And then there's a DIY recipes app. So I'm going to browse around and look for something that I want to make.
DIY はこの道具ですとか家具ですとか島で取れるいろんな材料を使っていろんなバリエーションのものが作ることができます。
And then these DIY recipes include everything from tools to furnitures, and you can use a lot of the materials that you can find around the island.
ちなみに雑草とかも今無人島で草だらけなんですけど、雑草を使ったDIY なんかもあります。
So since we came to a deserted island, there's a lot of weeds growing around on the island, but those things can also become a material to create something.
じゃあ ベンチを飾って座れるようにしたいなと思うんで、このログベンチを作ろうと思うんですけど、木材を取る必要があるので、まずは木材を取るためのこの斧を作っていきたいと思います。
So I want to make this log bench, but in order to make the log bench, I need some hardwood. So I am going to first make this axe.
So I wonder if, as we're looking around here, could we just take a look at the up in the sky, because it really is a beautiful day.
そういえば動物の森ってファンの皆さんご存知だと思うんですけど、現実の時間に連動していて、その時間や季節に応じてその風景が移り変わっていきます。
So I think a lot of the Animal Crossing fans already know this, but the game clock is actually linked to the real time. So the seasons and the time of the day, it changes according to the clock that you live in.
で今まで北半球の季節にしか対応していなかったんですけども、今回南半球の季節も選択できるようになりました。
And until the previous titles, we only had the game set in northern hemisphere, but from New Horizons, we have a southern hemisphere as well, so the users can play in the southern hemisphere atmosphere as well.
これ北半球の6月なんで夏の風景なんですけど、南半球で6月に設定すると今度冬になったりします。
So right now, since it is June and it's set to June in northern hemisphere, but if you have it set to southern hemisphere, then it'll be in winter.
It's really cool, I think, being able to give players that flexibility. So if you live in the southern hemisphere and you want the seasons and things, the weather to kind of match more like what you're experiencing in real life, you can have that choice. And we got lucky here, I think, that the weather is so good for the stream, because you never know what's going to happen in Animal Crossing weather-wise, but this looks gorgeous.
斧の材料が揃ったんで、では次 DIY をしてみたいと思います。ただ私は作業台を今持ってないので、作業台を貸してもらえる場所にご案内します。
So now that I have all the materials for Flimsy Axe, I'm gonna go somewhere where they're gonna let me do this for free.
これたぬきちたちの案内所になっています。住民の生活をサポートしてくれるすごく便利な場所になっています。
So this is the resident service area by Nook Inc. And then they support all the residents on the island with their lives.
I love how proud they are of your accomplishment. I feel like Tom Nook's always proud of you.
ちなみに他にも、この案内所には豆吉だったら何かいらないものを買い取ってくれたりですとか。
So other functions of the resident service, Timmy would buy something that you don't need in the inventory.
雑草も買い取ってもらえるので、草をそのままワイルドなフィールドを楽しみたい方はそのままにしていただいてもいいですし、もう綺麗にしたい方は草をむしってここで買い取ってもらうといいと思います。
So we've mentioned weeds on the island earlier, but if you want to clean it up, then you can clean them up and then sell it to Timmy, or you can choose to leave them as well, because why not, right?
I kind of like it. It matches the rustic setting. You're on a deserted island, having it look a little wild is kind of cool.
In contrast, I picked every weed on my island.
でもちろんちょっとした買い物もすることができます。で道具もこのように売ってたりもするんですけど、お金が余っていたり、もちろん買って済ませてもいいですし、自分で拾って材料を作ってもどちらでも自由に楽しんでいただければと思います。
So as you can see, you can do a little shopping here too, and then you have the option to buy the tools, purchase the tools here as well. But you can basically, you'll have that freedom of whether if you want to buy them or if you want to collect the materials on the island and then make it yourself.
でちなみにこのたぬき市のこの案内所でもう一つ特徴的な新しい機能があります。でそれがこのヌークマイレージになります。
So one of the new functions here is Nook mileage, Nook miles.
でこのヌークマイルというのは、実際のマイルのように例えば今回お出かけ飛行機に乗ってお出かけするんですけど、その飛行機に乗ったりですか、そのショッピングをしたりとか、今この斧を実際作ってこのように DIY ツールを作ったことに応じてとか、島で過ごしていろんな体験に対してマイルをもらうことができます。
So Nook Mile kind of works like the actual airline mileage programs. So when we moved out here on the airplane, you got miles for that. And then a lot of the activities that you do on the island, you also accumulate miles for that. We just made the flimsy axe, so we got miles credit for that as well. And then so there's so many ways to acquire these miles and then also use them as well.
ちなみに日本語ではたぬきマイレージですね。
It's called tanuki mileage in Japanese.
でこのマイレージを貯めるとなんかいろんなサービスとかまたオリジナルアイテムと交換できるので、マイレージによってまた新しい楽しみと遊びが広がるようになっています。
And then these miles, you'll be able to exchange them for items and other activities. So it's a new way of enjoying the game.
It is really nice that it feels like you can progress doing any kind of activity that you enjoy in Animal Crossing. On top of it just being a fun way for you to relax, you're making progress in the game. You're having a chance to earn some of those rewards.
And you can earn those rewards for doing things that you didn't always earn rewards for before, like even just picking weeds. Sure, it made your area more beautiful, but it didn't really give you anything else. But now you can earn miles for that and use them for something.
じゃあ斧も手に入ったことなんで木材を集めていきたいと思います。
Since I now have the flimsy axe, I think I'm going to start collecting hardwood.
And here we can see just the variety. Collecting things has always been a part of Animal Crossing, but there's so many different types of collectible crafting materials now. Even looking at the wood that you're chopping there, every time you pick something up, you're going to wonder, okay, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to make with this next?
こうやって斧を使って木から木材を切り出すことができるんですけども、ちょっと今今回時間も限られている中で木材集めるのが大変なんで、今からちょっと野上さんに手伝ってもらおうと思います。
So as you can see, I can use this flimsy axe to collect hardwood, but since we have a limited amount of time today and there's a lot of hardwood to collect, I think I'm going to recruit Mr. Nogami here and have him help me out.
Right on.
どのようにするかと言いますと、この今コールアイランダーというアプリを使うと同じ島に住んでる住人同士で一緒にプレイすることができるようになります。
So this is how I'm going to do this. On the Nook phone, there's an application called Call an Islander. And then when you call an island, you'll be able to call another resident on the island and then play together.
So since Nogami-san has a house on this island as well, he can come and help out. Nogami-san, I love your outfit. That's awesome. Looks very appropriate for a squid researcher.
I don't know why I'm wearing this outfit, but all right.
It's a good look.
このようにそのジョイコンをお裾分けして同じ住民同士で遊べるっていうのが実は動物の森シリーズでは初めての体験になります。
So actually, to be able to play with your friend or family by sharing Joy-Con controllers is something that's very new to the Animal Crossing franchise.
でこうやって一緒にやることで木材集めなどもはかどるので、今までだったら一人ずつ別々に遊んで、見ているしかできなかった時間差でもちろん楽しんでいただくこともできるんですけど、今回こうやって同時に遊んでいただくことができます。
So in the previous titles, I mean, of course, you were able to watch each other play and then have fun that way. But with New Horizons, you're able to play together and then cooperate in sense. And then so it's basically a whole new way of playing together.
And just as you're collecting this material here, looking at the wind blowing through the trees, the graphics, it's really just beautiful to watch, but I'm also really drawn to the sound effects here. Nogami-san, can you talk to us a little bit about the sound design for this game?
そうですね。今回のニューホライズンズではよりユーザーお客さんにこの没入体験を楽しんでいただくためにいろいろな工夫をしています。
So there's a lot of things that we've experimented and then we've tried out for the users to have that immersive feeling when they're playing this game.
でそのためにはフォーリーサウンドという手法を取り入れていまして、例えば砂の上を実際に歩いたり、あるいはちょっとスタジオの近くの草を買ってきて踏みつけたりして足音の音を録音してよりナチュラルな音を再現しています。
And in order to achieve that from the sound perspective, we adapted this technique called Foley recording. And then what it essentially does is record a natural sound and then use it as a sound effect in the game. So we sometimes walked on sand to get that sound, or cut some grass from around the office and then walked on it to get that sound.
あと今木や 草がちょっと揺れてるのが見えると思うんですけど、この際風を表現していまして、風が強くなると木が揺れたりっていう風に、そのなんていうか現実の空気もちょっと再現しようとしています。
And then another thing that you probably noticed is that the leaves on the trees are kind of moving.
Yeah.
And then this is actually expressing the wind on the island. So depending on how strong the wind is blowing, some of them sway a little bit harder.
And the sound of the wind is really beautiful too. It's very relaxing and immersive.
じゃあベンチがそう言ってる間に出来上がったんですけど、ちょっとまだこれ1個だけでは寂しいので、もう1個何か作ってみたいと思います。
So now I have a bench, but just having a single furniture is a little bit sad. So I think I'm going to make something else too.
何か野上さん。
そうですね。僕がキャンプファイヤーを持っているので、それのちょっと大きい版のボンファイヤーを作ってみましょうか。
So since I already have a campfire, why don't we make a bonfire? Looks a little bit bigger and more fun.
ボンファイヤーは、キャンプファイヤーと木材を使って作ることができます。で、このように何か DIY で作った家具を使ってさらに作るというような DIY もあります。
So bonfire, you'll be able to make that with some wood and a campfire, which is an item. There are items where you will need another item to create. So there's a lot of variety in these recipes.
じゃあちょっと野上さんに交代します。
So I'm going to change the leader to Mr. Nogami.
このように今誰がリーダーでその誰に付き添ってプレイしているかっていうのが分かるようになっています。
As you can see, there's a little flag on top of Mr. Nogami's head, and then that shows that he's the leader, and then you'll be able to tell who'll be leading that gameplay.
Nogami-san, are you walking around with a squid?
はい。
Yeah.
なぜかイカを持ってますね。なんでこんなもん持ってるんでしょう。
I don't know why I have a squid, but I always have it in my pocket.
ちょっと僕これキャンプファイヤーを持ってますので、はい、これをとこれとこれを拾って、はい、10個あるんで、じゃあこれで。
Okay, so since I already have a campfire, I'm gonna pick up the wood and then I'm gonna go craft a bonfire on the workbench.
So that's one of the things that's really wonderful here for the first time in the Animal Crossing series, being able to play side by side at the same time with other folks who live on your island. This idea that you can have your different inventories, swap back and forth who's in charge, and then take advantage of that. You can actually have up to 8 players living on a single island, and 4 of them can play together this way just by sharing Joy-Con on a single system. So if you've got someone in your family, their thing is, I just really like collecting this material or that material, you can kind of share the load a little bit as you work on your island and then come play together. You're all enjoying the experience at the same time, and you're taking turns and trading and making these much bigger crafting projects. But on top of that, with the folks on your island, there's also local wireless and online multiplayer that we're going to be able to talk about hopefully more later on. But with that, it can be 8 people all gathering on a single player's island to have the same kind of fun activity side by side.
Yeah, the trailer in the Nintendo Direct, if you saw that scene at the very end with all the different players there, that was actually made using that feature.
じゃあちょっとボンファイヤーできましたんで、ちょうど写真を撮るのにいいロケーションを探しに行きます。
そうですね。私最初のこのテントの周りを豪華にしたいんで、じゃあここにぜひ置いてください。
じゃあさっき作ったボンファイヤーを置きます。
So since
また間違えた。
今までのようにこのドロップアイテムとプレイスアイテムっていうのは葉っぱの状態で置くこともできるし、こうやって飾ることもできます。
So since we now have a bonfire, we hunted a location. Miss Kyogoku hunted a location, and then decided that around the tent will probably be the best place. And then so they're going to decorate this area. And then Miss Kyogoku also mentioned that there's a place an item and drop an item option, and then the players would be able to choose whether they want to place the furniture, like decorate the furniture, or just place the leaf.
And it's really incredible. It opens up your entire island, really, the same way you decorated your house. You're going to be able to put stuff in so many interesting places and really make your island feel like your own.
じゃあこんな感じで場所も整ったので写真を撮ってみたいと思います。
Okay, since we have the location and we have everything set up, I think I'm going to take a photo.
カメラはもちろんそのスイッチの本体機能で撮っていただくこともできるんですけど、そこのスマホにもカメラのアプリがあります。
So of course you'll be able to use the switch function, the switch camera to take a photo, but we also have a camera app on the Nook phone.
このカメラを使っていただくことで、ズーム機能だったり、こういうフィルター機能っていうのもあって、なんかより自由な撮影を楽しんでいただけます。
And by using this camera app, you're able to select filters or zoom in and out, and then so you'll be able to take photos that you desire, that you can decorate a little bit more and have more freedom with.
It's a nice way to commemorate a big project, or when you've got a bunch of friends hanging out with you, take a little group photo.
じゃあこのちょっとポーズも決めて写真を撮ってみたいと思います。
Okay, I think I'm gonna strike a pose and then take this photo.
And something that folks maybe if they're very sharp-eyed are noticing, there's a little sort of spout that's coming out of the sand not too far from you. We can't really show this too much yet, but there's actually clams living on the beach, and if you dig those up, you can craft fishing bait using clams. So worthwhile keeping that in mind if you're really into fishing. That's going to be a lot of fun for folks who want to catch some really cool fish too.
今この辺りにいましたよね。
I think I saw some spout coming out here.
Oh, nice! Got it.
ね、このようにDIY レシピっていうのは、例えば動物から教えてもらったりとか、何かこのアイテムを手に入れたことがきっかけでひらめいたりとか、買ったりとか、いろんな手段で DIY レシピは増えていきます。
So DIY recipes, you'll be acquiring them through other animals, or when you acquire a new item, that's something that that you'll also be able to acquire, or you'll also be able to buy them at stores as well.
I think it's interesting how that's really going to mix up players' experiences depending on how you and maybe a friend of yours have been experiencing life on your island and what activities you've been doing. You might have quite a different collection of recipes at your disposal. So then when you have a chance to get together and play together, it might be, oh, by the way, what have you been making? What did I find? This is how I got this recipe. But it's a nice way to kind of share that knowledge and information as you play.
そうですね。今日お店初めてアニマルクロッシングニューホライゾンお見せしましたけども、なんかだいぶできてるんじゃないかっていうふうに見えると思うんですけども、実は我々開発スタッフにはまだまだこれからやらなければいけないことがあります。
So as you can see, we've shown you some of the gameplay of New Horizons, and then you may think that a lot of this is close to being done, and yet there's a lot of elements that we still want to work on.
2020年3月20日の発売日に向けて我々スタッフ一同頑張ってますので、もう少しだけお時間をください。
So I'm sorry to ask, but if you would let us work a little bit longer and release this game on March 20th, 2020, we would very much appreciate it.
Well, I can certainly say, based on the experiences I've had having a great time with this game in the office, it's very much worth the wait. So I know, folks, if you're fans of the game, it's hard to be patient, but it's coming together so beautifully. I think the hardest thing for me right now is working on the game. I'm just ready to get my island, but it'll be soon. And Kyogoku-san, do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share with our viewers as well as we wrap up?
はい、今回この新しい無人島という舞台で長くこの動物の森を楽しんでいただけるようにと、もう少しお時間いただくんですけども、楽しんでいただけるのを作るに引き続き開発頑張っていきますので、もう少しお待ちいただければと思います。
So we'll be asking you for a little bit more time in order for us to have you enjoy this desert life on an island for a very, very long time. So we're all working hard to release this game. So thank you very much for your understanding.
Yeah, but in the meantime, if you wanted to hang out with some of your Animal Crossing friends, you could check out Animal Crossing Pocket Camp on smart devices. It's free to download, and there's a lot of stuff that's been added to that game since we released it. So please check that out. But that's all the time we have for today for Animal Crossing New Horizons. Thank you so much, Sam, Kyogoku-san, Nogami-san, and Noriko. And coming up next on Nintendo Treehouse Live, we got The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Stay tuned.
Bye.
Hi, welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live. I'm Dan Osen. I'm here with Audrey, Sam, Yoriko, and Mr. Aonuma. We are going to take a look at some live gameplay of the Nintendo Switch version of one of my favorite Legend of Zelda games, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. So, Sam, please go ahead and kick us off.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a fine choice for favorite game, Dan. As you can see right off the bat, this is a beautifully reimagined version of Koholint Island. It looks like a clay diorama come to life, honestly. There's a beautiful... Sorry, I had to break the pot. It's over now.
He's just chowing down on those bananas in there.
I know. But I love this beautiful tilt-shift visual effect we've got going. There's kind
gorgeous.
of an ethereal haze off on the corners of the screen. So it's just a really lovely reimagining of this classic game. And since we're lucky enough to have Aonuma-san here, I was hoping perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the creation of this art style and why it was chosen to reimagine Koholint Island.
本作でこのようなアートスタイルを選んだ理由などを説明していただけますでしょうか。
このゲームのオリジナルは実は私がまだゼルダを作る前のねゲームなので、私はこのゲームは本当に一ユーザーとして純粋に楽しんだんですよ。
And so, actually, this game, I wasn't actually involved in creating it. I was just a player playing this game.
で、その時その当時ね、ゲームボーイで遊んでるわけですけど、このゲームボーイの小さなこの画面からその下にこう広い世界が広がってるみたいな、そんなイメージでずっと遊んでたんですけど、その感覚を生かす形でチルトシフトって言ってね、画面の上と下にこうちょっとボケが発生してますけど、ちょうどそのミニチュアのジオラマの世界を覗いてるみたいな、そんな感じのイメージになるように、グラフィックを考えてみました。
And so when I played it on the original Game Boy version, it was on this small screen, and it felt like a small world, but very vast as well. And so it was kind of had this tilt shift perspective, and so that's why I thought this miniature diorama-like art style would be perfect for this game.
It really is the perfect way to bring this world to life. And I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, Mutt. I didn't mean that. I only mean to hit Kukos. So
don't do that either.
Oh, I disagree. We hard disagree on that point. So I'm going into the Chindi game shop here, and even fans who played the original game are going to notice a little bit of a difference here because there are actual real crane physics going on here. So I'm going to try my best to get this Yoshi figure, but it's pretty difficult with the crane.
Yeah, the crane physics make this a lot more fun, I think.
And speaking of Yoshi...
It's looking good.
Oh, I might...
Oh, yeah,
am I going to pull it off?
It's looking pretty good. Oh, no.
No, it slipped out.
That was so close.
So close. I know. But speaking of Yoshi, that's not a face that you usually see in Zelda games. So since we have Dan here who worked on the original localization of the game, perhaps you could just really quickly... I want to ask Dan what it was like to see a Mario face in a Zelda game for the first time.
Well, I was surprised as anyone. I think the team was trying to create sort of an otherworldly atmosphere and bringing in some things that would make people kind of wonder, what's going on here. Yeah. And I think that adds to the mystery of the story and is really like a great feature of this game. And I think really makes it feel like a different world.
Yeah. Absolutely, it really does. And like we said, this is a true... I'm going to try and get that heart one more time. I won't make people watch me fail over and over again.
You got plenty of rupees.
I do.
Just keep going.
But this really is a truly classic Zelda game brought to life. So I was hoping Aonuma-san could tell us what it was like returning to a more traditional Zelda game after working on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
ブレスオブザワイルドが完成した今、またこういった伝統的なゼルダに戻ることについてお話しいただけますでしょうか。
まあこのゲームも26年前に作られたゲームなんで、もう今やなかなかそれを遊べる機会も減ってきてたんで、いつかはリメイクしたいなっていうふうには思ってたんですよ。
And so the original Game Boy version was released 26 years ago, so it's a little bit hard to get your hands on the original game. So I've always wanted to remake this title.
And we're so very glad that he did.
じゃあなぜ今なのかっていうことなんですけど、やっぱりそのゼルダの今までの伝統的な遊びをこう変化させて生まれ変わったブレスオブザワイルドを多くの人に遊んでもらって、今だからこそこういうねまた伝統的なゼルダのゲームも 新鮮に楽しんでもらえるんじゃないかなと思って今リメイクすることにしたんです。
And so why now, you might ask? It's just because we thought, well, Breath of the Wild broke the convention of Zelda, and now because a lot of people have played Breath of the Wild, they could go back to a more traditional Zelda like Link's Awakening, and we hope that this gameplay will be fresh for people.
It absolutely feels brand new. I've played Link's Awakening probably a million times, but this feels like a brand new game. It's absolutely delightful. And so now that I somehow managed to get that Yoshi doll out of that crane game, I'm going to chop all the grass in the world. No, I'm not really. This Yoshi doll is actually a part of a pretty vast trading quest in this game. So I'm going to go into this house, which I love looking around. There's so many little details in this house. There's like chopped up piece of fruit on that cutting board, all those little beds in a row.
I love how they're all bunched up together. I suppose if you want to get into the one at the very end, you have to get in the first one and just roll all the way over.
Absolutely. So before I do this lady a favor, I didn't mean to throw that at her baby.
She's holding a baby.
I didn't mean to throw that at her baby, but I'm doing her a solid here, so it's fine. And to break her pots, throw things at her baby, and then give her a Yoshi doll.
Okay, fair trade, I suppose.
Absolutely. And so in exchange for that, I got a ribbon, and then I can exchange the ribbon with someone else in this world. So everybody wins.
So I know that Audrey touched on it a little bit earlier with Dan, but Dan, you did work on the original localization for this title. Yeah, and this world is filled with all kinds of different charming and quirky characters. And I was wondering if you had any particular favorite.
It's really hard to pick a favorite because there's so many. I was trying to think of a good answer for this, and the only one I could remember was that alligator named Sail.
Oh,
yeah,
this is how you think, right? I don't know why he stuck in my mind, but I just thought it was very funny that there was an alligator named Sail who would sell you things. But I'm curious what Aonuma-san's favorite characters are again.
青沼さんの一番好きなキャラクターは誰でしょうか？
はい、そこに今画面にいますけど、ワンワンっていうね、マリオに出てくるキャラクターですけど、本当にネタバレになっちゃうんであんまり言えないですけど、すごい活躍をしてくれて、もう僕はずっとこのワンワンと一緒にいたかったぐらいです。
And so, as you can see on the screen, my favorite character is Bow Wow. You know, he's kind of maybe a familiar face from the Mario series. And I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to go spoiling everything. But, you know, I honestly hope that I could travel the whole world with Bow Wow.
Yeah. That's a solid choice. And look, there's a little baby one.
Oh, yeah.
Adorable. And so my favorite character is actually Marin, and I'm going to go and talk to her right now. The story actually, again, we're not going to spoil anything, but Link is shipwrecked on this island, and Marin actually rescues him. And so then he has to go and try and find a way off of this seemingly inescapable island by finding the 8 instruments of the sirens and awakening the windfish. And Marin here is singing one of my all-time favorite songs, Ballad of the Windfish. It's an original song from this game. It's absolutely heartbreakingly gorgeous.
It's hard not to get emotional listening to it.
It really is. I'm not going to tear up. I promised myself I wouldn't, but it's really beautiful. I have to go ahead and grab this Kuko just to lighten the mood so I don't cry. But
all of the music to the segment.
Yes, Zelda's known for its music, and this game is no exception. The music, the sound design, everything is just expertly done, as all Zelda games are. And so one other thing I want to do here is I'm going to jump in a well, because that seems to me like a good idea.
Don't try this at home.
So there I go. And my brilliant plan paid off.
Yeah, in this case, you're rewarded for it.
Yes. Don't try this at home, kiddos. So we already asked about your favorite character, Aonuma-san, but there's so much to love about this game. Could you tell us what your favorite thing about this game is?
さっきこの今作で好きなキャラのお話していただきましたけど、今作で青沼さんが好きなことは何ですか？
このゲームね、2D マリオのプロデューサーの手塚が作ったっていうこともあって、さっき言ったワンワンとかマリオのキャラクターがすごくいろんなところに出てくるんですね。
So, as many of you may know, Mr. Tezuka was involved in creating Link's Awakening, and so, as characters like Bow Wow, you see Mario characters that usually aren't in the Zelda series.
であとダンジョンに 横スクロールの画面が出てきたりとか、今までがこの後もそうなんですけど、ゼルダにない要素がたくさん入っている、とっても異色作なんですよ。
And so, a lot of the dungeons even have side-scrolling stages, which is again not very something you see often in the Zelda series.
あとキャラクターもすごく個性的で、ちょっとコミカルなんですけど、でもこうじんわりとこう感動させられるようなシーンもあったりして、その世界観がすごく好きで、私はこの後ゼルダを作っていくことになりますけど、この作品には随分影響を受けたように思います。
And so, the characters also are very memorable. They're lively, they're comical, but they also bring tears to your eyes, you know. And so, a lot of that influenced what I had to do when I was developing Zelda going forward.
Absolutely. And you may have seen a second ago, I was using my shield. I want to point out that a huge UI improvement of this game is that your sword, shield, things like your power bracelet, Pegasus boots are always equipped. Which is a huge improvement on the original because that frees up your Y and X button for whatever else you want to equip, and it just makes things a lot easier. And that's one of the things I really love about this version of the game is that it retains the classic feel and personality of the original, but with the just perfectly refined UI of modern Zelda games, which is really, really cool to see. And one last thing I'm going to point out here in Maybe Village is we see Dompe's shack mentioned on this sign. And that's kind of interesting because Dompe was not originally in this game.
Yeah.
And what is he doing in this game? I'm not going to tell you, but we're going to tell you a little bit later in this segment. Just a little bit of a tease. But I think I've explored Maybe Village enough, and I'm going to go ahead and show us a little something else.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Full of secrets on this day.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, we're very, very excited to announce that the Color Dungeon is indeed in this version of the game. The Color Dungeon was first introduced in the DX version from the Game Boy Color, and this is the complete version of this. So, as I said, we're very, very happy to confirm that the Color Dungeon is in this game.
Right. Color maybe not quite as novel as it was on the Game Boy Color, but still really neat to see that all of the content of that DX version is represented here.
Absolutely. And as you can see, these camo goblins kind of sink into the ground in their various colors. And as you can see, I'm going to break
You
the
have
pots.
to break pots.
I'm sorry.
Because we're playing a Zelda game.
Thank you for your patience, Aonuma-san, while I break all these pots. So this is a puzzle. I'm not going to go too far into this dungeon. I don't want to spoil it for everybody, but basically you hit these switches and it changes the switches next to them. I've played this about 1 billion times, so I know what I'm doing here.
You know what to do here.
Yes. And I'm not going to go too much farther, but I would be remiss as a Zelda fan if I let this clearly bombable wall pass me up.
Right.
So it's got cracks in it. It makes a different sound when you hit it with your sword. It's begging to be bombed. So I'm going to go ahead and do it justice.
Oblige.
Boom. And I'm rewarded with a room full of rupees, which is one of the best things in the world.
Please collect them all.
Let's be honest. I'm going to get them all.
Okay, thank you.
We can go about our business. Da-na-na-na. I'll stop being a nerd now and just get the rest of the rupees. All right, and that was all I'm going to show you of the Color Dungeon. As I said, it's just kind of a sneak peek, and now we're going to show you something that's brand new to the game. Take it away, Sam.
That's right. So we saw this in the Nintendo Direct, but there was a new little bit that was added to The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for Nintendo Switch. So just as the Color Dungeon was brand new content for the DX version, what we've got here for the Nintendo Switch version is called the Chamber Dungeon. And just to give you an idea of where we are in the world here, we're in Tal Heights, and we're just slightly to the east here of this Moblin hideout. We see this new location. And this is something that DX players might recognize as being the camera HUD, but but in this game, it's something brand new.
It looks like a shack.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like a shack, and it's filled with our friend Dampe here.
He was looking for an adventuring assistant, too.
Right, yeah. So this is something that I actually wanted to ask Anuma-san about the introduction of Dampe into the world of Link's Awakening. He wasn't originally here on Koholint Island, so would you like to talk a little bit about what he's doing here and about maybe some of the inspiration behind the Chamber Dungeon?
断片の紹介とあとパネルダンジョンについてお話しいただけますでしょうか。
このダンペイさんって、時のオカリナから出てきてるキャラクターで、墓守の設定の人なんですけど、今回その人に新しく登場してもらって、そこでパネルダンジョンという新しい遊びを体験してもらおうと思います。
And so many of you may know Dampe was maybe in, I think, Ocarina of Time, and he was a gravekeeper there. But in this game, he's going to be the one that introduces you to the new game called Panel Dungeons, or Chamber Dungeons.
パネルダンジョンというのはそこまでクリアしてきたダンジョンの一部屋をパズルの、ピースのようなパネルにしてですね、それを並べることで実際のそのダンジョンがアレンジできるっていうそういう遊びで、そのお題をですねこのダンペイさんが出してくれるっていうそういう遊びになってます。
And so what are chamber dungeons? So they are where you can create your own dungeons. If you complete a dungeon, you get pieces that for each room that you cleared, and you could rearrange them to make your own dungeon. And so Dampe will be the one that introduces you to challenges in creating chamber dungeons.
でダンジョンをねユーザーが自分でアレンジできるって遊びは前からゼルダに入れてみたいなってずっと思ってたんですけど、誰もができるようにするために難しいこと考えなくてもできるパズルを解くような感覚でやるとそれを解くとダンジョンができるっていうね、そういう遊びにしました。
And so I've always wanted to create a way for players to create their own dungeon, but I didn't want to make it anything too hard. So just like a puzzle or solving a puzzle, I wanted to make this chamber dungeon easy enough for people to play and feel like they're solving a puzzle.
Yeah, that's right. And you can see here, so I've started a little bit of a dungeon arrangement here. And the way these chambers are arranged, up at the top here, they're categorized in depending on how many doorways they have. So you can see here, these are all chambers that have one doorway. These are all chambers that have two, etc. And then you can see they're further categorized into where the doorways are exiting out of the chambers. So a few things about dungeon arrangement in the chamber dungeon. You'll need to make sure that you have at least an entrance and a nightmare. Those are kind of the primary components of any dungeon. But also you'll want to make sure that all of the doorways are connected to other doorways. So you can't leave any of those just hanging or unfulfilled there. So you can see I'm starting to make a little bit of a dungeon arrangement here. And you might notice a few other things. So some of these chambers have icons on the underneath of them, and those give you an idea of the sorts of features that are available in this particular chamber. So you can see this one has a treasure chest, and this one has a staircase, and some of them have locked doors. If you're using locked doors, you need to make sure that you include enough chambers with treasure chests to supply enough keys for you to get through all of those locked doors. And the way those stairways connect is really fun, because what you can do is if you use stairways, they'll automatically create a sub area that you'll have to go through between the two stairways. And that's one of those 2D side-scrolling sections that Anuma-san was talking about a little bit earlier. And you might see some fun enemies in there. But so this is like a Picross-like puzzle. So the chamber dungeon, unlike any other dungeon before, you arrange these yourself. But they're challenges. You have to go through this puzzle portion of the arrangement. And once you're finished with that, then you have to adventure through your dungeon. So the challenge comes in two parts. The chamber dungeon can actually take a little bit of time to arrange. Like I said, it is a puzzle, so it takes some time to get through. So I'm not gonna go through the entire thing just here. So I'm gonna skip ahead to one that I have arranged previously. If it works.
And you're very, very devious, so I'm sure that it's full of all kinds of terrible, awful things.
I seem to have a little bit of issue with the controller here. Let me try and get that sorted out. But while we're getting this figured out, I was wondering if Anuma-san could talk a little bit about the Chamber Dungeon and how it mixes up the gameplay for someone who has already played through the Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
このパネルダンジョンの追加で過去にゲームを遊んだ方でも遊んでない方でもどのようなプレーを期待できますでしょうか。
そうですね。オリジナルはを遊ばれた皆さんの記憶に、ね、強く残るそういうゲームだったと思いますけど、実はあんまりダンジョンのことは覚えてない人が多いんじゃないかなと思うんですけど。
So I know this game left a strong impression on many players, but honestly, I don't know if everybody remembers exactly how to play everything.
でこのパネルダンジョンってそのパズルを解くような形で感覚でその、ダンジョンをアレンジするっていうお話をしましたけど、そこまで遊んできたダンジョンの記憶をもとにそれでダンジョンをこうアレンジするとですね、またちょっとこう面白いダンジョンが作れるんで、これをこう本編のダンジョンをクリアしながらこれをパネルダンジョンも遊んでいくと、そのダンジョンの記憶っていうのがすごく強く残るものになるんじゃないかなと思ってます。
And so, as I mentioned earlier, this is just like figuring out a puzzle. So, if you go back to your memories of how you completed the dungeon and then play this dungeon as well, I think it will leave a very strong impression while you play. And also, if you play this while you progress the main story, I think it will even leave a stronger impression.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we've got this up here now, and you could see now that there's a little green check mark there next to the Fill Up Your Hearts challenge. Well, I guess I should have explained that. This particular challenge, you needed to fill in every single one of the empty tiles with a chamber. And so this one I've already completed. You could see I've cleared it. And when you complete it, you get a clear time. And you'll see that that's 7 minutes and 42 seconds right now. And one of the fun things that you can do with those clear times is you can challenge yourself to beat your dungeon faster and faster. Or you could challenge a friend to see if they might be able to beat your dungeon in a faster time. So I was wondering if Anuma-san, would you please play through this dungeon and see if you could please beat my clear time?
さんに遊んでいただけるでしょうか。そして僕のタイムを早くクリアでしていただきたいんですけども。
えらいことをお願いされてしまったな。
That's a big ask, but I'll do my best.
私ゲーム開発者ですけど非常にゲームが下手くそなんで。
So I'm a game developer, but I'm not very good at games.
まあでもとりあえずチャレンジしてみます。
But I'll do my best.
This is a great rare treat for all of us.
Yeah. Ainuma-san, of course, has spent, I'm sure, many, many years thinking about the dungeon arrangement and the flow of a player's movements through a dungeon and about pacing the puzzles properly. So I'm really curious to see how he's going to get on with this dungeon where I've thought about none of those things.
How much time have you spent thinking about those things, Sam?
This was designed to torture other Treehouse members.
Yeah, apologies. I admittedly, I did include some more devious elements here. Yeah, using the map is really an effective way to get through this particular dungeon.
待ってますから、まずこういってここまで宝箱を開けるっていうのがいい感じですね。
So I'm gonna go through that route and try to get that key over there where you saw the cursor hovering.
Okay. He's calling his shots. I like it.
He's being strategic. I like
yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, these guys could be really challenging. Yeah. They're more like a timing puzzle almost.
Yeah.
Trying to defeat them.
And as you mentioned, since it times your completion, it's a real fun and terrible treat to try and best your friend's time beating a dungeon.
He's doing really well so far.
Well.
So yeah, I said I think my clear time again was like 7 minutes 42 seconds. So he's on a really good pace right now.
Already got another key.
But this is almost like a randomizer of sorts. So these are all familiar rooms. So you've seen these rooms in other dungeons. And Dompe will create these chambers for you. And even though you know the puzzle, you may know the way through it, because they're all arranged in a completely different order, it's a new type of challenge.
Yes, and that really adds someone, even if you're somebody who has memorized every corner of this game, all of those dungeons, those rooms become brand new when you or a friend has arranged them into something completely different.
Right. Quickly dispatching all of those keys and finding yet another treasure chest.
This isn't his first Zelda rodeo.
Yeah, apparently not. I think it's really funny, Anuma-san, that...
oh, he knew about your devious tricks, Sam.
Yeah, okay. I love using those spinning blades because usually when you walk into a room in Zelda, you're thinking about, okay, what kind of puzzle am I going to face here? What kind of, am I going to have a challenging enemy that I'm going to need to battle? But with those spinning blades, the challenge really is just walking into the room.
Really can shake your confidence.
Using the
I'm
map
gonna check
again.
the map again.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, I think it's really funny that that Anuma-san has Rock's Feather on Y because the
correct answer, Sam.
Yeah. Oh, really? Well, in Breath of the Wild, the jump button was X, so I always put Rock's Feather on X.
そうなんです。トラップはジャンプで受けれるんですけど、結構失敗するんです。
So you could, avoid that enemy with jumping, but you know what? Sometimes you fail. So.
Yeah. He's making really great time through this dungeon.
I love just pushing those enemies off the edge.
Right.
Get out of here.
He might just beat your time, Sam.
I'm thinking that's going to happen. So the chamber... Ooh. Yeah, this room is a little bit challenging. So yeah, those chamber dungeon challenges come in two parts, and you're going to have different conditions that you need to fill for those challenges, for both the arrangement portion of the challenge, but also through the adventure portion of the challenge. Oh, nice. Already. My goodness.
He's only at 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
I am. I'm kind of awestruck. I don't know how. Oh no! All right, you've got it. There you go.
He's trying to make your time feel better, Sam.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's just delaying to try and make me feel better.
Oh, he's already at the boss.
Yeah, he's already at the
So we're at the
nightmare.
boss now.
And this is a really fun one.
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Yeah, this isn't your kind of standard hit him 3 times and you're done kind of boss.
Yeah, as we briefly mentioned, so all of the characters, the bosses, the NPCs in this game are so unforgettable,
Right.
so quirky.
I like how they kind of talk to you.
Yeah.
He's giving you a little clue about what to do here.
これでも
Got a bit of
僕
an
解く
attitude
と
on
ネ
that
タバレになってしまうんですけど。
But if I beat him, wouldn't it be a spoiler? Are we okay?
It's this is only for the boss of the second dungeon in the game, so I think maybe it's still early.
まあ2番目のダンジョンなんで、まあ大丈夫なんですけど。
Making quick
But yeah,
work
he's
of
making
him,
really
too.
quick work of it. But I really like the sequence. He's using a technique, actually, that I've never seen before. He's staying really close to the boss and then getting under the fireballs, which is not something that I've seen before.
I think the normal strategy is to get hit by lots of fireballs.
Right.
Yeah, that may be different from the original game, too, because this has more of a 3D feel to it. I don't
Right.
know.
No, that's
I
true.
can tell you for sure. It's been 26 years.
Oh, and
after all.
he's in the second phase.
Oh.
Nice. Oh, I didn't know you could hit multiple times there.
Am I doing pretty well?
He's doing great.
Well. すっごくうまいです。
I think you're making him angry, though.
Yeah,
He's got this. He's going to lap you, I think.
I was going to say, at this rate, he's going to shave 4 minutes off of my time.
Got
Goodness
him.
gracious.
Wow. And that's how you do
Nice
that.
work. Nice work. And a new record,
Yes.
Completely
Good job.
obliterating my dungeon clear time. Thank you so much for playing through that. I appreciate it.
schooling us
It
on
doesn't seem to
Zelda.
have tripped you up all that much.
Yes.
All right, well, we're running low on time for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. But before we go, we had something really cool that we wanted to share with everyone. And
Na, 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 na.
yes,
And it's
this
this
is
little guy here. It's a new amiibo for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
Yes.
And he's so shiny and adorable.
Oh my
and
God.
I'm never letting him go.
Yes. He's gonna mess up some bokoblins and melt your heart.
このアミーボ本当にゲームの中に出てくるリンクそのままなんですよ。これだけアミーボとそれからゲームの中のキャラクターが一致してるのって今まで初めてじゃないかなと思いますけどね。
So this might be the first amiibo where Link looks exactly like he's taken out of the game. He
Yeah.
looks
Yes.
just exactly like what he is in the game.
100%.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's adorable. So what he's going to do for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is he's going to add into the chamber dungeon what's called a plus effect. and the plus effects are layered on top of the chambers, and they add a new gameplay variant to what would otherwise be a familiar room. So what Link adds, the Link's Awakening amiibo here, what he adds is Shadow Link to your dungeon. And Shadow Link is not like a normal mini-boss where you fight him in a single room. He'll actually chase you through several different rooms.
Oh, wow.
So if you're playing through your own chamber dungeon and you add Shadow Link and you defeat him, you can earn a lot of rupees. So that's a great thing to do if you're maybe running low in the main game. But it's also a fun thing to do if you have someone else play your chamber dungeon like I had out on Umasan. I could have laid a little trap for him and maybe placed Shadow Link on top of one of those chambers. And there are other plus effects in the game that we might be talking about a little bit more later. And in addition to the Link's Awakening amiibo, there's also the other Legend of Zelda series amiibo will work with the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, but not just that. Any Legend of Zelda character amiibo will work with the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. So if you have from the Smash Brothers series, if you have Sheik or Ganondorf or something like that,
So
will
you
also work
don't
in this
need
game.
this, right, Sam?
No, I need it. Please don't. I have a hole in my heart already.
But yeah, we wanted to share this beautiful new amiibo with everybody. It's absolutely lovely.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Next up, we have a new trailer for a different game, and after that, we're going to see some live gameplay of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. So stay tuned to Treehouse Live.
Thank you, Anuma-san.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before? Here comes Spyro. Nicely done. I just want to kick some